Hello there, YouTubers. Charles here. Continuing my .22 Kerbal Space Program Career Mode playthrough. And we have our probe in orbit around Jool after doing some aerobreaking. But it's not really a stable orbit. It will re-enter the atmosphere in a while. So we want to stabilize it and then launch the sub-probes off to the various moons. Do some science. So let's do that. So here we are. After just completing aerobreaking, it looks like we'll have an intercept with the vol there. And we did get some science from vol on the way in. So let's do a quick save here. And fast forward here. Gonna be a very short encounter. We're barely gonna scratch the edge. There it is. Looks like we may get eclipsed here. There we go. That's kind of weird. Don't think I've ever seen the trajectory be all wavy like that. Alright, at this point, yeah, I think we did all the, well, most of the science we could do. Not gonna send the probe there now. I want to first get into a stable orbit. Or send probes to other spots. Alright, we're past vol. What I do want to do is set up a maneuver here. So we can raise our periapsis. It's not raised very much, but do get a brief encounter here with Laythe. And Laythe is actually one of the spots I want to try to send the probe to and possibly land on. Although landing is tricky, as there's a lot of water and not that much land. Alright. Looks as we get closer to Laythe, it will cause our orbit to become inclined a bit. It looks better. So maybe we can raise the orbit. That's lowering the orbit. Well. It's a decent enough distance away from Jool, although it looks like our encounter is going to lower our apoapsis. It's not that much of a burn, but it is 6 hours away, so well, we're still going at a decent bit of time warp here. Alright. Again, because of the way the game works, it doesn't have an estimated burn. So I'm just going to aim where we want to go and quickly raise the engines to full and then back off. Alright, so it looks like we got about a 50-second burn. So I can go down and start about, 25 seconds before, 30 seconds before. Alright, let's start the burn. Actually, we don't want to go fully to full. These engines can overheat. On our target. And that looks pretty much exactly what we wanted. About a 500,000 kilometer periapsis. Taking a maneuver there to just act as a marker, 8 hours approximately. And there's Laythe that will flip around and we'll come around this way. So let's fast forward here. About an hour. So let's so I actually have 8 minutes until the encounter. Alright, let's we're at real time, let's do some science. Material study while high over Laythe. Gravity scan helps hint at the diverse terrain under the water. Mystery goo. Mystery goo is almost gone. Power's draining pretty quick. May need to slightly reorient to get some more direct solar, but trail study's still worth it. Looks like nothing else is. So let's just serve the materials bay. And we're still approaching periapsis. maybe one or two more. Alright, this should put us under 30. And at that point, it's really not worth it anymore. Alright, we have 4 minutes until periapsis. And I want to put a probe around here, so to do that safely, I'm going to retract this panel. And I am going to decouple here. Let's extend the panel again and switch to the probe here. And if I did this correctly, let's first rename this. It's now probe 1. I should hit 5. Well, we have a panel out. That really should have extended all the panels. Let us add a maneuver here. And really, that's a lot more delta V than I have. Just yeah, it's going to be a 9-minute burn, and we don't have 9 minutes of fuel. Okay, well, I know what I need to do in the future is use the main ship to get the probes into orbit. Well, while we're here, we're still high. So, I'll do that. All the rest aren't worth it. These probes only have antennas, but in theory they could radio the main ship, which could use its big dishes. Speaking of the main ship, can we switch to you? There we go. Alright, this is going to be a little trickier now because we're off balance slightly. But let's just fast forward and see if we get another encounter anytime soon. Ooh. It looks like we're actually going to have another encounter. And let's go back to the Space Center because I'm having difficulty switching. Okay, I am going to see, that's a high periapsis, but we can probably adjust it from here. Alrighty, so let us I don't want to switch, I just want to add maneuver. Why is this so difficult? Alrighty. Let's try this. You are going to be a lander. can I? Just trying to set a maneuver so that I can get in closer and do some aerobreaking. It's one of the, it's probably the moon that you can do that on. Alright, we're gonna try a periapsis of about 11,000 meters. So, let's set up for that burn. That looks pretty good. Where did our... Actually, I don't care about the tag here. I care about the tag here. So really, I don't have to wait for the node. I'm just gonna start burning and watch the actual orbit parameter. Going really slow now. Maybe 10 is too low. Well, 25 wasn't nearly low enough. That looks just about good, I think. And, I don't really care about the orientation, so I'm just going to fast forward around. Here we come. Okay. We are going to get really low, and hopefully that will slow us all the way down. Let's get oriented here. That will move, but for now... Actually, it won't move too much. Well... It'll move a bit once we get in atmosphere. Still 10.5. Still high. Guessing 100,000. Do this once, run everything. It should be 6. Hotkey. Alright. And let's retract those panels. We're hitting the atmosphere. And 15 Gs and we may make orbit this time. No, we are coming in. So that was too low. Wow, that's a lot of science. Let's keep that data. Let's keep that data. Let's... keep that data. What else can we do? Log temperature. Keep that data. Not going to be able to do that. Let's put the gear down. Well, we lost the engines. We also lost the battery, which is not good. Can we transmit our data? Try to turn this one solar panel more exposure. We're going slow enough that I think we'll survive the rest of this. Alright, I was hoping we could maybe flip vertically, but we can't. We have bobbed upright though. And I'm just gonna time warp here. And of course the sun is setting. One 72, 5, 80. What can we do now? We can log the temperature. Do the pressure. I'm just going to say keep data for now. Can we do a seismic data? No. We can do the gravity. Doesn't look like we can do a atmospheric scan. Well, it wasn't a landing. But we sure did get a lot of science from it. So, just see how much data we can get transmitted. Yeah, put the time warp up a bit. Alright, we are losing electric charge here. Meanwhile, we got our main ship coming around. And, yeah, we don't want another encounter, not at this point, with Laythe. I'm actually trying to see maybe we can get out to Tylo. We'll have another pass by Vol. So let's set that as our target. Actually, that doesn't look... It looks like we'll be on the opposite side, but I bet we could do another burn. or even another orbit will get us around pretty close. So I'm gonna set this up. Let's time warp out there. And let's aim that direction. And this is going to be a pretty big burn. But we got some fuel. In fact, I'm just going to throttle up right now, and hopefully we won't be too off balance. Except that we are. So, I'm going to retract that panel. And, you're going to decouple. And at worst case, he's going back to Laythe. Or he's going to Laythe, and we'll try somewhere in the middle, maybe 17. Alright. Extend that panel back out. Because our estimated burn is 5 minutes. Alrighty, so let's oh, it's almost 6 minutes actually. So let's do that burn starting in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the burn. Well, it has dropped now. Barely starting to overheat. I think we'll be fine at this thrust level. And the big problem with this mission is I entered orbit around Jool in the wrong direction. So I'm orbiting clockwise while everything else is going counterclockwise. And yeah, that's why we got so much speed when we enter the atmosphere, or actually when we try to enter orbit of anything here. And really, I think what I'm going to do is, when we get out to Tylo, I'm going to try to, with the main ship, enter orbit, and so I can leave going the opposite correct direction. Alright, that's about good. I don't need to be exactly on this trajectory. It's so we're going to pass by Vol again. And come out close to Tylo's orbit, where we can It actually might be easier if we are crossing. Now if I add a maneuver, yeah, we'll get an encounter out here. So that looks like a plan. I think I'm going to end the episode here. But before we do, let's go back to the Space Center. See how much science we've earned. Whoa, we have 3,226 science. That's pretty much all the science, I think. Let's see, we can definitely easily research this. That was unmanned tech, some new smaller probe bodies. Obviously this one, the flatter variant, obviously not a crushed version of the normal variant. We can get some rover wheels here, or better rover wheels. Now these are the giant ones, and then these are the ruggedized. We don't quite have enough for all the science. Each is 550, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little over 4,000 science. We only have 3,000 science right now. Don't think we need large probes at this time. Hypersonic flight could be fun. Lightweight and strong composites. There's more girders and stuff. They're always useful. Heavy aerodynamics. I'll give us the last cockpit and some things we don't have. Hypersonic flight definitely be fun. What is this? Is that the 3-meter probe? I thought that was that. That, yeah. That's just a probe that is at the 1-meter probe. Well, thermoelectric generators, definitely helpful. And then I probably get one more. No, 2 more. We can do 2 more. More for space station parts. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the hypersonic flight. And, you know, I'm gonna go with the wheels. But basically, I'm just gonna need 1,600 more science or so. And I think we can easily do that with our probes that are out there. So, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.